Who are the people who are representing Al-Qaeda with more love than they represent U.S. soldiers accused of crimes that they don't commit? And I looked into it, and you're not going to believe what I found out. Tony West, now working for Obama inside the Justice Department's legal division, civil division. This Tony West was once part of the legal team that represented John Walker Lynn, the so-called American Taliban, affectionately known as Rat Boy on the Savage Nation. So a far-left radical law firm from San Francisco has now put one of their lawyers inside the Justice Department, and they're representing Al-Qaeda. And you tell me that's democracy when Lieutenant Behenna is rotting for 15 years in Leavenworth Prison for doing his job in Iraq, and Bush could have pardoned him and didn't, and now Obama could pardon him and he doesn't, and Behenna is sitting in jail while his case is being reviewed. He's not even given the right to go home during this appeal process. I have on my website newly declassified information that is not on no other website in America. I got it this afternoon from Lieutenant Behenna's mother, Vicky, and she sent me a Defense Department paper which proves beyond a reasonable doubt that the man that Lieutenant Behenna defended himself against and he shot was a member of Al-Qaeda, and Behenna was defending himself after some of his men were killed by this man planting an IED advice. And yet Behenna is 15 years in prison. And the wheels of injustice are locked shut. They're rusted shut under the Bush-Obama complex. The wheels of injustice are locked shut. They're rusted shut. We may as well be living in medieval times under Obama and under Bush in terms of military justice, when a man like this is rotting behind a cell. And you in the media, shame on all of you. Shame on all of you in the media. I don't care if you hate my guts. Shame on you for not covering this case. But you're the same people who wouldn't cover Michael Savage being banned in Britain, even though you knew in your rotten, stinking black hearts, that I was the victim of injustice. You wouldn't lift a damn finger. Because you're not really in this for the good of humanity. You're not in it for the good of America. You're like that schmuck on Fox News who pretended he was a big conservative and then fell apart when he had that guy on who faked him out and left him sitting there, not like a deer in headlights, but like an uneducated dolt on in front of Klieg lights. No, he didn't touch it either. No, none of them touched that. The real stuff they don't touch, but I do. So I'll go back to what's important to me and the hell with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see the declassified document from the Defense Department that we got today, it's on michaelsavage.com. And you'll see beyond a reasonable doubt that this Lieutenant Behenna has been railroaded by the U.S. military, and Bush did nothing, and now Obama's doing nothing. And I'm asking you to please email the head of the Army, McHugh, and ask him to let Behenna out while his case is being appealed. What threat does this man serve? Tell me what threat this man poses. That he should be rotting 15 years behind the cell. And that Al-Qaeda operatives, like Major Hassan, who slaughtered 13 American soldiers, is given more care and more respect by Obama and his boll weevil, leftist terrorist loving lawyer vermin than is Behenna. The lawyers under Obama are circling around Major Hassan to try to get him off the hook. Hassan killed 13 in cold blood and wounded over 30, and they're lapping up his toenails. But Behenna they don't touch. And so as I say to you, when I see that one of the worst law firms in the United States of America, a long, well-known anti-American left-wing firm, has taken one of their own and put him into the Justice Department, and he represents Al-Qaeda, I tell you that the enemy within is running America. And that's why I say the Bible is more relevant today than it ever was. Because you look in the Bible, you say, what is this? Written by a bunch of, I've heard every joke in the sun written about the ancient Israelites. Just old olive growers who had hallucinations in the desert. Well, if they only had a little more niacin, they wouldn't have had these hallucinations. Listen, I've read all this crap from all of the cynics. But when you read lines like, as for my people, a babe is their master and women rule over them, I say, holy God, they were talking about Obama and Nancy Pelosi. That's why I say I think the Bible is still relevant to our daily lives. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm no holy roller. I don't even go to a house of worship myself. I don't know. I'm very uncomfortable around houses of worship. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the herd or the fly. I don't know what it is. It's me. You go. Good luck to you. God bless you. I think it's beautiful. I think houses of worship can be beautiful. But I think that the ultimate house of worship is inside your own soul. And as a very wise man who I never met said to me through the ages, he said, your back to a tree is the only temple you'll ever need, as long as you know God. I'll be right back.
Savvy.